Where did the world come from? Why did God make the world? Where was I before I was born? Where do people go when they die? Again and again I have found that children are satisfied with a simple and very ancient story which goes something like this. There was never a time when the world began, because it goes round and round like a circle. And there is no place on a circle where it begins. Look at my watch, which tells the time. It goes around, and so the world repeats itself again and again. But just as the hour hand of the watch goes up to 12 and down to 6, so too there is day and night, waking and sleeping, living and dying, summer and winter. You can't have one of these without the other, because you wouldn't be able to know what black is unless you had seen it side by side with white, or white unless side by side with black. In the same way, there are times when the world is and times when it isn't. For if the world went on and on without rest forever and ever, it would get horribly tired of itself. It comes and it goes. Now you see it, now you don't. So because it doesn't get tired of itself, it always comes back again after it disappears. It's like your breath. It goes in and out, in and out. And if you try to hold it in all the time, you feel terrible. It's also like the game of hide and seek, because it's always fun to find new ways of hiding and to seek for someone who doesn't always hide in the same place. God also likes to play hide and seek, but because there's nothing outside God, he has no one but himself to play with. But he gets over this difficulty by pretending that he is not himself. This is his way of hiding from himself. He pretends that he is you and I and all the people in the world, all the animals, all the plants, all the rocks, and all the stars. In this way, he has a strange and wonderful adventures, some of which are terrible and frightening. But these are just like bad dreams, for when he wakes up, they will all disappear. Now, when God plays hide and pretends that he is you and I, he does it so well that it takes him a long time to remember where and how he hid himself. But that's the whole fun of it. Just what he wanted to do. He doesn't want to find himself too quickly, for that would spoil the game. That is why it is so difficult for you and me to find out that we are God in disguise, pretending not to be himself. But when the game has gone on long enough, all of us will wake up, stop pretending, and remember that we are all one single self, the God who is all that there is and who lives forever and ever. Life is the process of discovering that you are God that's given himself amnesia as a game. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This was given to me on the Hug tour last year as I traveled. This was in Seattle, at the Seattle stop, the book by Alan Watts.